So good afternoon, everyone. Today we are going to start first of all with our experiment number fourth one. Okay, and that is implementation of DDL and DML commands. So is my screen visible to all of you?
Yes.
Okay. So already in first lecture or in first module, I have introduced what are the SQL commands. Okay, and those commands are distributed as per the functioning of their functioning, and they are called as languages. Okay, so SQL commands are divided into four types, as I told you. But somewhere in some books there are 5 Okay, so first one is the DDL one, data definition language, DML, data manipulation language, DCL, data control language, TCL, transaction control language, and DQL is data query language. Okay, now in my first module, I told that this select statement is coming under this DML. Okay, so it is also considered as a data manipulation language. So somewhere in some books it is considered as a DQL, it is separate one, and in some book it is told that it is part of DML. Okay, so today's experiment is based on DDL and DML implementation. So for that purpose, let's start with the implementation of DDL and DML statements. Okay, so first of all, we will move on with DDL commands. Okay, let me connect this thing. Visible to all of you, na? Or let me increase something. Let me check. Okay. Okay, so right now we are connected with server. Now first one, which is the first command in DDL1, create command. Okay, so we use this command to create objects like create table, create function, create synonym, create view. So right now we are going to create a table with this one. We are not going to create function, we are not going to create synonym, and we are not going to create view because they are coming in upcoming modules. Okay, so right now we have to go through this create table statement. So when you want to create a particular table, already we have created our one table, that is student one. Okay, but now we are going to create another table. Suppose it is employee. So I will pass a command create table, name of that table into bracket attributes. I will write down attributes. So suppose first one EMPNO, then employee number, which is having data type of number. It must occupy a size of 5(1). Okay, and I want this attribute as a primary key. So I will pass this constraint here only. Okay, then comma. After that, what you have to do, you have to add another attributes. So next attribute, suppose name, which is having data type varchar 2, then size will be 20. Okay. Now one more thing I would like to tell you that varchar and varchar 2, there is a difference between them. Okay, you have to search, you have to read what is the difference between varchar and varchar 2. Okay, and what is the reason if we are including name as a varchar only, till then at the time of execution when we will describe our table, it is automatically converting to varchar 2. You have to find out the reasons of these two statements. Okay, next one is the attribute is salary. I'm passing with the data type number. I want the size of 10 with 2 decimal points. After that, job, which is having varchar 2, then size is 20, then MGR with number with size 5, and higher date. Please mute one side. Attribute type will be date. then uh, communication number or any common number, 10 comma 2 will be the size, and bracket complete semicolon. Okay, so here we have created a table. We have passed our first command of DDL, create table, name of that table with list of attributes. These attributes are preceding with their data type, having size, and if we want to pass any constraint, key constraint, then we will write down the name of that constraint in front of that attribute. Okay, so let's check out whether it is creating or not. Yes, table is created. Okay, now describe. We will find out describe EMP. So it will tell you that in this way we have created our table. This is called as a schema. Okay, this is called as a schema. This is internal view. This is internal view. Physical level फिजिकल लेवल पे डेटाबेस एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर जो डिफाइन करता है कि मुझे ये टेबल चाहिए, उसकी इतनी साइज चाहिए या इतना डेटा मैं उसमें सेव कर सकता हूँ, दैट इज द लोएस्ट लेवल. Okay, then not null is the constraint telling that this is the primary key and you cannot provide any null value to that attribute. Okay, so in this way it is created. Next one is the alter command. Okay, so with the help of this you can also create temporary tables. So what is temporary table? So it is visible to all of you, okay, until your session is disconnecting. If you are creating any temporary table and that table only visible for that particular session only. Okay, if I am executing this SQL command line, it get vanished. Okay, and this property is came into our Oracle from 8th version. Okay, now the next one is the alter. Alter command, which is used for our changing the structure of our table. Okay, if I want to make a modification in our table, so we can have this alter command. Okay, right now suppose already we have created an employee table and we want to add new columns of address, city, PIN, phone number or fax or anything else that we want to add, we will use this alter command. So what is the syntax? We have to write down alter, then table, name of that table. Right now we are having EMP table. Then we have to tell, you have to add. Okay, you have to add. So with alter you can modify also. You can add also, you can modify also. First of all, let us see how you will add. Okay, so add, I want to add address with a data type varchar2 with a particular size 20. Then I want to add one more attribute city with the size of data type of varchar2 into bracket size 20. Then I want to add PIN. And suppose right now we are having PIN of all numerical data. So I will add number with the size of 20. And then phone number with number data type with size of suppose 30. Okay, so in this way you can alter your table. So it will get a message of table altered. So how to check that table is altered or not? Describe EMP. Okay, so it will tell you that these are the new attributes, address, city, PIN, phone number are altered. Okay, now suppose I want to modify something size given to this attribute. Okay, suppose I am thinking that all other participants are having, some of the participants are having bigger name. They can't store their full name because of this size of attribute is less. So what I will do, I want to modify the size of that attribute. So how I will do, I will use this alter command, but with modify property. So for that purpose, I will use alter table, name of that table, I will pass modify command, then I will write down ename with varchar 2 into bracket. Suppose I will make it as a 35 size, bracket complete, semicolon. Then okay. Sorry, I passed here e name. It is not e name, only name. Okay. So table altered. So let's see, describe EMP. So here it is. Okay. So here name. Now we are having this attribute with size of 35. And in previous one, we are having this attribute with 20 size. Okay. In this way, you can alter or modify the size of that particular attribute also. Okay. Now one more thing you can do, if you want to drop any column, you don't want any particular column in that table. So what you will use, you can use drop command. Okay. So how to use that drop command? So you just need to pass alter table, name of that table, then you have to pass a drop. What you want to drop? You want to drop column. So suppose column. Okay, and which column you want to drop? Suppose phone number, let's take only one. Okay, so we will pass. PHs दिले ना? Yes. The table name, drop column. Okay, so I have added rounded brackets, so it is not present available here. Okay, so what you have to do, just you have to tell alter table name, drop which attribute you want to drop. You have to tell column and name of that column that you want to drop. Okay, so let us see whether it is dropped or not. EMP, describe EMP. Yes, it is dropped. Okay, so employee, from that employee table, we have deleted that phone attribute. Okay, so next one we can say that suppose I want to drop this whole table. Okay, so I will use this drop table name, but instead of that, first of all, let me rename table name first of all. Okay, so we will use rename command, rename new name, suppose um, employee EMP. Okay. Rename employee. Okay, so what is the syntax for rename command? You have to write down rename name of that particular table to another name that you want to give. So it will tell that rename. If we will describe EMP, it will tell you object EMP does not exist because we have altered table name to employee. And if we will describe employee as with altered name, so it will describe that table. Okay. Now the second thing is, if we want to drop that command, so drop that table. So what we will do, we will use this drop table employee. Okay, so it will drop that table. You will have this message table drop. And if you will describe that employee table, it will also tell you that object does not exist because we have dropped that table. Okay, now truncate. Okay, so truncate command is used to delete all the rows from that table. Okay, so how you will truncate? Right now we have created only table and we have deleted that table, dropped that table. Let us see our student table is available or not. And yes, it is there, and I don't remember that whether we have inserted some values into that table or not. So let me check first. No rows are there. Okay. So first of all, we have to insert some of the values. So I will write down some values 1, comma 8. Okay. So one row will get created. So if we will check out the value from that table, so it will retrieve in this way. Okay. So in this way, we will have values in that stud table. Now, what I want to do, I want to delete all the rows present over there. So I will use truncate command. So truncate table, name of that table. Okay. So what this truncate command is going to do, this truncate command will delete all the rows from table permanently. But what is the difference between delete command and truncate command? So once you will delete all the data, or once you will truncate any table, it cannot get rolled back. It means you cannot achieve it by calling rollback method. But it does not happen with delete command, delete. Okay, so when you will fire delete command, that is delete command, it can be rollback. Data we can roll back. But if you will fire this truncate command, you cannot roll back deleted data. Okay. If any delete triggers are defined on that table, then triggers are not fired. Okay. What is trigger? We will find out in our upcoming module. But remember thing, we cannot fire any trigger command if we will pass this truncate command. And one more thing is there that it deallocates free extents from the table so that free space can be used by other tables also. So these are the drawbacks of truncate command. Okay. So this is the difference between this drop, delete and truncate command. One more I am going to tell you what is delete drop. Drop is used to remove any column from table. Okay. So it will work on the structure of that table. Delete command and truncate command both will work same, but when you will pass delete command, data can be rolled back, but when you will pass truncate command, data cannot be rolled back. This is the major difference between them. Okay, now the next one. These are the our DDL commands: create, drop, alter and truncate. In alter, we have seen modify, drop, rename command also. Okay. Just a minute. Let me drink some water. Okay. Is there any query? यहाँ तक कोई query है? कोई command समझ में नहीं आया? Everything is clear? Yes. Anyone respond? Smital, Vaishnavi?
No doubt, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Everything is clear.
Okay, okay. So we will move on with next command. So what are the next command? DML commands are, now we are going to include the select in this DML one. Okay. So select, insert, update and delete. Okay. These 4 commands we are going to check out. So let's start with first one is the insert command. Okay. So what is the function of this insert command? With the help of this insert statement, we can add any value to our particular table. Okay. In another statement, we can say that with the help of insert command, we can insert number of rows, number of tuples to our table. Okay. So what is the structure of our insert command? So structure is, or syntax is, insert into name of that table, suppose stud. Why I am taking stud table? Because it is having less attributes. Okay. So it is easy to understand how to add values. Okay. After that, you have to write down values word. Then you have to pass values. First value of our truth table is numerical. So I will pass number. It is PRN number, and the second one is the characterized data. So I will write down in single quote. So in this way, one row will get created. Now suppose I want to insert another value. I will pass insert into truth name of that table, and I will write down 2 bracket these values I will pass. Okay, so suppose I want to again insert another value. So I will write down in this way, insert into table with values. Okay, let me insert one more value. So 5 rows will get created. I'm not adding proper names. Okay, this is the insert command. Now next command is select command. I want to check all the data present over there. I want to see all the data present in that truth table. So I will pass select command. Okay. Right now I want to retrieve all attributes which are present over there. How many attributes are present in our table? Right. In our truth table, we are having this PRN and name. 2 attributes are there. So suppose I will write down for all, we will use star symbol. Okay. For all, we will use star symbol. Now, I want to tell that from which table? Truth table. So it will get retrieved. Suppose I want to fetch only one attribute. So I will write down only name of that particular attribute. Okay, PRL. From where? Truth table. Now I want to retrieve only names of that table. So I will pass select name from truth table. Okay. Now where clause is there in which you can pass condition. Okay, this is not right now present over there, but if you want to handle number of queries, you can use where clause. Okay, so where clause is used for passing any condition to your statement. It means what? Suppose I want to retrieve the data of PRN number 1. So what I will write down, select, I want to retrieve all the attributes from, so for that purpose I will use star. Okay, and in that star I will write down from truth table, but I want to pass a condition. What condition? I want a data of PRN number 1. So I will write down where PRN is equal to 1. So 1 will get displayed. Okay. Now suppose I want to display name of that particular PRN. Name of PRN1 only. So name only will get displayed. Okay. And one more thing, if we want to display, okay, that we will see in upcoming experiments, no problem. Okay, so this will be the particular attribute that we want to find out. Okay, and instead of this, if you want to check a PRN number of let's start from where where name is equal to, here I am going to pass in double quote. Okay, in double quote I am writing the character. Suppose I want to write down D. So sorry, invalid identifier. What happened? It told that it is invalid identifier. Okay, so this is, in this way you can perform this select statement. Okay, so from DML we have seen insert and which one? Select statement. Okay, so next one is update. Now what you have to do, you have already used alter command. Okay, that is also having a meaning of modification or changing. And right now we are performing update command. So alter command is working on the structure of database or table, and update command is working on tuples of that table. Don't forget, alter command is working on structure of that table or scheme relation, and update command is working on tuples of that table. So what is the syntax for this update command? So we will pass update, we will change any value, update table name, set right now how many values we have added? 5 values, na? So set name is equal to f, where prn is equal to 5. यहाँ पे मैंने क्वेरी में क्या डाला है, अपडेट करना है. क्या करना है अपडेट? मुझे स्टूडेंट टेबल में एक अपडेशन करना है, लेकिन कहाँ पे करना है? मुझे एक न्यू नेम ऐड करना है, मुझे न्यू वैल्यू सेट करनी है टेबल में, लेकिन कहाँ पे करनी है? जहाँ पे पीआरएन नंबर जिसका 5 है उसको मुझे क्या करना है? एफ वैल्यू असाइन करनी है. सो वन रो विल गेट अपडेटेड. सो लेट अस चेक whether it is updated or not. Select star from student. Yes, it is updated. Okay, so it is updated here. Initially we are having which value we had here? E, right? E. So right now we have updated with F1. This is the update command. Okay, any change you can do it. Okay, there is no restriction. Now suppose I want to delete something. So delete command here we are using. Previously I told you what is the difference between delete command and truncate command and drop command. But not we have worked with delete commands. Right now I am going to tell you how to work with delete command. So delete from name of that table stud. Now I want to pass where I want to delete last row. Okay, fifth row. So fifth data. Okay, so where PRN number is equal to 5. So one row will get deleted. Okay, so let's check it is deleted or not. Select star from. Okay, some of the students can have a question that, ma'am, we want to check a deleted data. Definitely we will check, but not in this series of or not in this session. We will check out in upcoming experiment. Okay, because it is part of rollback is a part of which command? DDL or DCL or TCL? Yes, who will tell me?
DCL.
No, it is part of TCL. We are going to roll back a transaction performed. Okay, that's why rollback is a part of TCL. DCL is we are going to give control over the users, and we are going to give control over the transaction. That's why rollback is a part of transaction control language. Okay, no problem. Now we have deleted. Which is the next command here for your syllabus? Okay, we have seen select, insert, then which one? Update and delete one. Okay, there is one more command, merge one. That is not for your syllabus, but I would like to introduce what is merge command. Okay, so it is used to synchronize the data of two tables. Okay, based on the differences found between them. If the same row exists in both the tables, but still each row has different value, update operation will be executed. Okay, and if the row only exists in one table, you will execute insert operation. So we can have this merge command for transferring all the rows. Okay, so how you can perform this merge command? There is a bigger syntax. I think we will check it out right now. Okay. Okay, we will perform this merge command. Okay, when we will work on our joins now, at that time we will see merge also. Though it is not part of your syllabus, we will perform. Okay, no problem. So these queries you got everything? Yes. One more thing, one more time I will repeat. Right now for the experiment, we have seen this SQL command from which we will implement as experiment number 4, and in that experiment we will have performance of DDL and DML command. Okay, and in DDL we have seen create table command, drop table command, alter command, truncate command, and in DML we have seen select, insert, update and delete command. Okay, merge is also there, but we will check it out at the time of joins and all these things. Okay, so is there any query here? Any query? Yes, it is case sensitive. In some of the IDs, it is case sensitive. In some of the IDs, it is not case sensitive. When you will work on with Oracle, it is not case sensitive. You can type anything, but in some of the IDs, it is case sensitive. Okay, so that's why we are using here. Sometime it happens that check out. I'm writing it double quote, writing in single quote. That is telling that it is case sensitive or not. Okay. Any else? Uh, Using insert command, can we insert more than one row at a time? Yes, you can insert more than one row at a time. For that purpose, there is a one command. Okay, right now you have to insert all the commands one by one. That's why I'm not going to tell you. If you will use that command only, you can't have command on this whole insert command. Okay, so that's why I'm not going to tell you right now how to insert all the values or number of rows at a time. I will tell you, but later on. Uh, was these tables data are storing, where these tables data are storing, and in which format, at what location? Okay, so it is all are storing in your Oracle folder. Okay, where you have installed that Oracle folder now. So it is going to store in these files. So here you can check it out. All these users and systems are available. So everything is going to store in this data. Okay. So here are the folders. You can check it out. So all data is available here only. So there are number of formats available. So in that format it is going to store. Okay. So you can check it out. So these are the folders available. Dump values, then admin, then e-files are there, but right now they are empty. Okay, then these are the relational databases, axes. Okay, metadata, if you are going to create, it is going to store here. So all this data is going to store in this table. Then next query. Please paste today's commands here. Paste means what? This whole data. Aniket, do you want this whole data? I don't think you need this because already everything is uploaded or we are recording our session, so you can check it out in that also. Okay, so you don't need these statements. Let me see how it is going to paste in chat box. I'm trying only. Okay, so in Word file I have added all the commands, but document file, okay, chat box also it is available here. Okay, we need to shorten that file. So instead of I will upload that file. Okay, it is going to upload here and let me send it to all of you. Is it available for your side? Yes, Aniket?
No, ma'am.
No. Yeah, it is not going. No problem. I will send it to all of you later on. Okay, so this is our next experiment, DDL and DML commands. So let me exit this one. We will move on with the concept of our module. Okay. Sure, now there is no any query. Everyone. Okay. So next one is the outer join. Okay, we have started relational algebra, and from that algebra we have seen some of the uh, basic operators and all these things. One of them is outer join. It is extended one or derived one. Okay, so this does not require each record in these two tables to have a matching record. So in this type of join, table retains each record even if no other matching record exists. And it is having three types: left outer join, right outer join, and full outer join. Okay, so let us see one by one what is left outer join. So as the name implies, we have seen that what is the symbolic representation used for left outer join. It is like this cross one. Okay, so in this way it is cross like one, and both the crosses are connected with each other. And for defining it is left join, we have to place horizontal lines in left hand side on that drum like structure. Okay, so this left join returns all the rows from the table on the left even if no matching rows have been found. वहां पे कोई भी मैचिंग रो होगा या नहीं होगा इसके बारे में वो सोचेगा नहीं, सिर्फ जितने रोज इन द लेफ्ट साइड है वहां पे से वो क्या करेगा, रिट्राइव करेगा. Where no matching record found in the table on the right, null will get returned. अगर वहां पे यहाँ पे कुछ डेटा है लेकिन यहाँ पे कुछ नहीं है तो वहां पे क्या होगा, null data define करेगा. This is the diagrammatic representation of left outer join. A is one table, B is another table, and if we will perform with our query a left outer join, they will get connected with a particular set of values. They are common in both the one. Okay, so but in left outer join, only the data present in left side will get displayed as an output of our this command, and it will follow the rule. If this table is having some data, okay, but it is not matching with this data available here, it will return null, and all the data from left side will get displayed on our screen. This is the left outer join. After that, let us take an example. These are the two tables. Okay, so table A and table B are there. Num and square are the attributes of table A. Num and cube are the attributes of table B. So whatever the value available here, it is get squared here, and the value available in this B section, it is get cube here. Now, this is the symbolic representation. I told you this is drum-like structure. When you will perform horizontal lines in left side, it will be called as a left outer join. Now we want to perform it on A and B, so we will call it as a left outer join B. Okay, here it is mistyped. So what the result we will have? So both the all the attributes from both the tables we will retrieve num, square and cube. Okay, so it will retrieve common values as a 1. Okay, one row. 2, 4, the cube will be available. 3, 9, 27, cube will be available. मी आहे लेक्चर चालू येते लेक्चर चालू आहे म्हणून सांग. And the next value available 4, 6, okay, sorry, 4, 16, but cube is not available, so null value will get displayed. Okay, here, and 575, it is from second table, so it is not going to display here. What is the rule of this one? It will display all the tuples from left table. If there is no match with second table, it will retrieve null value. This is the left outer join. Okay, next one is right outer join. All rules are same, but it is focusing on right side table. Okay, so what right outer join will work? It is opposite of left join. The right join returns all the columns from right table. Okay, if there is no match, how you will find out which is right one, which is left one? On the basis of these two slipping lines. Okay, this is the right one and this is left one. So these two lines are going to indicate that all the values from this table will get displayed on our screen. If it is from this side, it is going to tell you all the values from this table will get displayed. Okay, this is the meaning of these two slipping lines. Where I was, yeah, the right join returns all the columns from the table on the right, even if no matching rows have been found in the table on the left side. Okay, where no matches have been found in the table on the left side, it will return null value. जैसे कि हमने देखा left outer join में अगर कोई match found नहीं होता है तो वहां पे null value return होगा. वैसे ही यहाँ पे होगा कि A table है, ये B table है. जब हम इस पर right outer join perform करेंगे तो right side में जो हमारा table है, right now we are having B table, उसमें से all the values it will get return. अगर उसमें से कोई मैच यहाँ पे है लेकिन उसकी वैल्यू हमें यहाँ पे नहीं मिल रही है तो इस टेबल का जो एट्रीब्यूट है उसमें क्या होगा, हमें नल वैल्यू रिट्राइव होगा. लेट अस टेक एन एग्जांपल. सो द सेम वैल्यू वी आर हैविंग फॉर परफॉर्मिंग राइट आउटर जॉइन. ओके, सो A and B all values are same, but output will be different because we are going to display first of all right attribute, right table. So num, cube, these are the two attributes of our right outer join, that is right table, and then square we have placed here. Okay, and in our left outer join, num, square and then cube, because num and square are the parts of our first table in left outer join. Okay, so this will be the output. Null value is returned 575. We are not having square here, so null value is displayed. 416, it is not part of this table, so it is discarded. It is not present in our output table. Okay. Next one, full outer join. So if you understood what is left, what is right, so full outer join, you are going to display all the data from both the relation, including the result which is not matching with both the tables. Okay, by providing null values to that particular attribute. So in full outer join, we can say that all the tuples from both the relations are included in the result irrespective of matching condition. So here I have not added the values present over there in A and B. Right now we are performing directly to find out the output. Okay, so 2, 4, 8 square cube is there, 3, 9, 18 is there, then 4, 16, it is not available with B table, so null value is returned. 5 is not in A table, so for square it is null value, and 75. Always remember 0 is considered as a one value, so you can't consider 0 is a null value. Here you have to find out a specific null word here. Okay, so we will stop here and we will move on with further part in another lecture. Okay, is there any query right now? Yes. You don't have any query? Okay. Please don't forget to fill attendance. Okay. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye bye.